From United Way of South Central Michigan, Associate Director of Annual Giving, Beth Shafer. Hi, Beth.
Hi, Bart. How are you?
I'm
Merry
good.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas and
Yes.
happy birthday.
Thank you. We
That's-
December babies have to get some real estate somehow.
Yeah. So later this week, Beth's got a birthday.
You're going to sing to me?
Later after the show. We've been underway with the annual campaign a few weeks. So how are things going?
It's been a busy fall. It's really been going hard since August, really.
Oh, wow.
So it's been a lot, but and some companies have already run, but we're still working with companies that are just kicking off now. So I think during COVID and the campaign time stretched out. We always wanted to have year-round engagement, but COVID kind of made it happen. And so we've got companies that'll be launching in the new year. So we're headed towards year-round time. But and right now, of course, we're working with individual donors who are very interested in a year-end gift. So
Yeah.
we're delighted to receive those and acknowledge those in a timely manner. So we're thankful for people who think of us at the end of the year and make that charitable donation. So we're grateful.
Yeah.
But it's a tough time, really, for nonprofits in general right now. And we're cognizant of that. We want to show our impact. We want people to know that the work that we're doing is still as important as it ever was. Really, that the people who are most affected and are the most vulnerable among us, the young and old in marginalized communities, and people who are just having a tough time getting by. So it's been rough, but we want people to see the impact of their charitable donations. We want to be able to show people. So we've put on our website now some tools that people can get in, digital tools where they can see what their donations are doing and what kind of impact they're having. Because I don't know about you, Bart, but when I give money to a nonprofit, I like to see what's happening with that money. And so this has been a great innovation that we have those tools on the website. So I'd invite people to jump on that. It's United, FORSCMI, so UnitedForSouthCentralMichigan.org. And troll around on there because there's an awful lot of information that people can get and see how their dollars are helping people.
So you talk about tough time for nonprofits, tough time for community members, the financial issues that people are. That's pretty much that's the main thing the United Way is concentrating on these days, right?
Yes, and it feels like our work is never done because it's always another wave of something. Now we have the inflationary impact for families. We have, we've got the lingering effects of COVID. We're anxious to get back together, but we realize that not everyone is. So we need to be cognizant of the fact that people have had ill effects from what's happened to us the last few years. And we're anxious to just help those people in underrepresented communities, people who are still struggling to get by, and to do what we can through the funded programs and also directly to really make a difference for them, help them become more financially stable, and really let people know there's hope and help available to them. And who doesn't want to know that? When you're in trouble, you want to know, hey, I can call 211 and I can see what programs are out there that'll help me. And I'd urge anyone who is struggling to dial that number because an actual person will answer the phone and they will get the help they need. And that's our goal, is to really help people who are struggling right now. And there's more than ever.
I think you're right, because I think there's a very quiet population that has either lost their job during COVID or their income was impacted dramatically.
Lost a spouse. We've seen that.
But it's hidden because you are hearing, well, we've got 1 million jobs opening, but there's
exactly. It doesn't add up.
It doesn't. Yeah.
I think we want people to help with their immediate needs, but we also want to give them help to rebuild and to look ahead with hope. And that's what our funded partners working hard to help people who are struggling and marginalized to get that help and that hope.
Now we've introduced you as part of United Way of South Central Michigan earlier this year, the merger. So we've got Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, Lansing all together in this. So does anyone worry that their gift that they're making in Jackson County is not going to stay in Jackson County?
That's the number one question that I
Really?
actually get from people when they get a chance to ask me what's going on. They are curious. So here's our promise. Each of the Legacy United Ways made the same promise when we merged, is that dollars that are raised in Jackson will stay in Jackson to help Jackson people, to fund our programs. So our funding model has not changed, and how we raise money has not changed, although we do have a larger team to make that happen. And we also have a wider footprint to leverage shared services. And also we're able to go for grants that we were too small to get before. So that's also bringing in a revenue stream.
So overall, the merger smooth? All the kinks worked out now?
It's been a bit of a rough ride, but it's gone fairly smoothly when I look back. Probably the rough ride is just, the old dog learning new tricks as far as all the different systems changing. And but I love that I have a new team that I'm working with, many of whom I've known for years, and we've collaborated over the years. But also just we're already chasing those new funding opportunities, and we are going to roll out a new ALICE report coming in 2023. And the ALICE is an acronym for Asset Limited, which means nothing in the bank, income constrained, not earning enough to live.
Paycheck to paycheck.
But employed. The E in ALICE is so important. And that report, thanks to the Consumers Energy Foundation, the funding that they give, we've got a statewide report that shows us. And this year we've been able to see, drill down on how the economic climate is affecting children in particular, also veterans, and also, just drilling down even for people with disabilities. So the ALICE report is really helping us shine a light on what people in need are needing, and how they got there, and what they need to help them succeed. And so it's a powerful tool for us to use as a nonprofit to assess what is required and to know where the funds should go to make the greatest impact for people who are struggling. So the ALICE report is a great tool for us, and we're getting a new one in the spring, and that will really drive our work in the coming years. And so we're looking forward to seeing that.
So new one, you mean it's updated with more current
Yes,
information?
the ALICE report comes out of data that, like the most recent one was 2019 data. So we're going to see 2020 and 2021 data coming into the ALICE report, which is going to shine a real light on what happened with the pandemic and what all that did.
All right, for 2023, what, are you laying out some big plans or anything changing? Or?
Well, no big changes. We're still doing the same work in our local communities as we always have. We have a regional office now and more team members. We've built a fantastic team. And
where's the regional office?
Well, regional office just means it's like
virtual.
No, kind of, yeah. Oh. It's like when I explain the merger to people, I say that United Way of South Central Michigan is kind of it's like a regional entity with local offices. Oh. But our CEO is in Kalamazoo, but he comes over to see us all the time. And Ken Toll is our COO, and he's still in Jackson running things. So but I think we want to increase our visibility. That's one of the things. People are tired of Zoom, and we're all over trying to get back with people.
Your street's open now.
I know, honestly. That was like we were cut off from you, Bart.
We were.
Had to go all around the mulberry bush. But anyway, if people want to, also we've got equity challenges that we're doing. So jump on our website, the United for South Central Michigan, scmi.org. And you can get involved with that. There's also a button if you want to make a year-end donation. We'd love to have you do that way, and you can just designate to Jackson right there on the website. So we appreciate everyone. Our community is so giving and so generous, and we're grateful for the people of Jackson, and we say thank you.
Now, I've been getting these newsletters. Can anyone get those?
Yes, you can sign up to get the newsletter also on the website. So, or call me, I'll sign you up for it.
And it's all still going on. The campaign it's, as you said, it's pretty much year round now.
It really is, because we had companies run last spring, and they'll roll over, and we'll be talking to them in the spring. So
Awesome. Well, keep up the great work and
you.
happy birthday.
Thank you, Bart. Will you sing to me after?
Maybe. What are you
Okay.
going to do for your birthday?
Oh, there's a lot of fun and excitement planned. Well, it's on a Thursday, so it'll
Okay.
be the weekend, but see
All right.
family, see the grandkids.
Awesome. Thanks. Good to see you, Beth.
Thank you, Bart.
Beth Shafer, Associate Director of Annual Giving at United Way of South Central Michigan. Birthdays, in addition to